Welcome back to Mugiwarya, and this week we're diving deep into One Piece chapter 1153, a chapter that doesn't rely on big explosions or reveals. Instead, it hits you emotionally and hits hard. And at the center of it all, Loki. The chapter starts slow and quiet. We're in Ringo. Yamato walks alone through the snow. It's peaceful, almost too peaceful. You can feel something heavier is coming. The moment Yamato reunites with Kiku is simple but warm, a reminder that even in a world as wild as One Piece, personal connections still carry weight. But then the story throws us 109 years into the past. Elbaph, raw, intense, and still reeling from war. Harold, not yet the revered king, walks through ruins, his face serious and tired. That's when he meets Ida, a giant woman, once a warrior, now performing in a circus. This is the first emotional twist of the chapter. Harold walks in expecting to see her broken, but she's proud, fierce, and still standing tall. There's no drama, just quiet dignity. And Harold, a man shaped by war, is moved. From here, Elbaph begins to change. Harold and Ida rebuild the kingdom together, panel by panel. There's real warmth here. It's not flashy, but it's meaningful, a new kind of strength emerging. But it doesn't last. The elders step in. The shadows of tradition return, and they demand Harold marry Estrid to preserve pure giant lineage. Suddenly, all the warmth disappears. Estrid is cold and composed. Everything about her feels like an echo of the old Elbaph. Then the chapter delivers its heaviest blow, the birth of Loki. This is where Loki's tragedy truly begins, and honestly, it's one of the darkest backstories we've seen in One Piece. He's born into royalty, but from the moment Estrid looks into his eyes, she sees him as something to be hidden, not protected, not understood, just erased. She lies to Harold, calls him stillborn, and orders him thrown away. And this isn't symbolic, it's literal. Baby Loki is boxed up and dumped into Elbaph's underworld. And those next few panels, they're haunting. Alone in the dark, surrounded by filth and bones, he crawls. Not even old enough to speak. It's raw survival. No parents, no guidance, just instinct and pain. And here's where the chapter does something brilliant. It doesn't just give us a tragic backstory. It gives us context. Loki, the prince of Elbaph, wasn't born into power. He was born into rejection, into abandonment, into silence. And now we understand why he's such a powerful character, not just physically, but emotionally. He's not driven by dreams like Luffy. He's driven by a hole, a missing sense of self, a life lived underground, literally and figuratively. Every decision Loki makes now feels deeper, every word, every glance, because we know where he started. So when Luffy offers Loki a place on the crew, it's not just a classic Luffy moment, it's a lifeline, the first real one Loki may have ever been given. This chapter doesn't just reframe Loki, it elevates him. He's no longer just a prince, he's a character shaped by betrayal, tragedy, and survival. And the way Oda paces it, slowly, painfully, with quiet panels instead of loud declarations, makes it all land with real emotional weight. So what do you think now? Is Loki heading toward redemption, revenge, something else entirely? Let me know in the comments, because his path is about to shake everything in the Final Saga. And of course, follow and subscribe to Mugiwarya. We're breaking down every chapter with heart, detail, and hype, and One Piece is just getting